Welcome to the Why Coaching Works podcast monthly bonus. My name is Monty Wyatt, and I'm here to take you on a journey into the world of coaching, executive leadership development, and business growth. Part of coaching is educational, where you learn and implement proven techniques and tips. As a bonus, each month, an episode is focused on helping you grow your skills to be a better leader and a better manager. So if you're ready to begin, get your pen ready and let's get started. Before we get into this month's episode, here's a short message from Adding Zero's Executive Development. As CEO, you demand performance and results from your team. If you're committed to developing a cohesive, driven organization that achieves successful outcomes every single month, we need to talk. It's time to see how organizational and executive development from Adding Zeros can help. We focus on strategic planning, executive coaching, team alignment and engagement, organizational culture, and clarity of implementation. Contact Monty Wyatt by booking an appointment at www.addZerosNow.com. That's ADDZEROSNOW.com, AddZerosNow.com. If you're ready, now is the time. I have a few coaching spots available for 2025. Lock in your team today. Now let's begin today's episode. Welcome to the Why Coaching Works podcast monthly educational bonus. I'm your host, Monty Wyatt. If you're a CEO, executive, or business owner, then this is the show for you. We call our audience the achiever because you're always striving for the next level. Today, I want to talk about organizational culture. Some may think this is a soft part of business, but it makes a huge difference in your environment and your results. Organizational culture plays a crucial role in shaping employee morale, job satisfaction, and performance. It can influence recruitment and retention, productivity, and the company's public image. Now, I'm sure you've heard the phrase, culture eats strategy for lunch. This is a quote from Peter Drucker. To be clear, he didn't mean that strategy wasn't important, rather that a powerful and empowering culture was a sure route to organizational success. No matter how brilliant your strategy is, it will fail without the right organizational culture to support it. To help you build the environment you desire, I have 4 ways for you to create and instill an amazing organizational culture. Number 1, you need to define your core values as the behaviors you want everyone to live by. If you don't define the culture you desire, there will still be a culture, but it may not be what you want. Use unique words and definitions that represent your company that only your organization would have. This is not an easy task. When you create your core values, there are 3 tests to show how committed you are to them. Number 1, you're willing to fire on them. If someone is not living by your core values, you must be willing to let them go. The second test, you're willing to walk away from business. Meaning if your supplier or customer is treating you poorly and not by your core values, you must be willing to walk away from their business. And the third test, they must be alive among your team today. You need to have examples of people living your core values. Not everyone will or needs to be living by your core values on day 1, but you do need examples of people already living them. If you aren't willing to live by these 3 tests, then you aren't committed to living by your core values. The second way to create and instill an amazing organizational culture is to train, teach, and give feedback on the core values you just created. Core values are not meant to just be a sign on the wall. You need to train and teach them so everyone knows what's expected behaviorally. And yes, to make them stick, you have to talk about them all the time. One way to talk about them is to give feedback to someone in relation to living out a core value. This feedback can be positive or developmental. When you create your core values, they will address most behaviors you desire your team to have. The third way to create and instill an amazing organizational culture is to recruit and hire based on your core values. You want to attract people that have the values that you desire. They may not have them all, but they should have many of them. Yes, they need to have the skill sets you desire, and when comparing 2 candidates, you need to look at their values. The last way to create and instill an amazing organizational culture that I'm going to share is to be congruent. You must live them and talk about them. Your team is a reflection of you. If you're not living the core values, they won't either. People do what people see. If they see you living by the behaviors, they will see how committed you are to the values and live them out as well. I have a math formula for you. Core values plus behavior equals culture. To have a lasting culture that you're proud of, your behaviors must be congruent. As I mentioned earlier, organizational culture plays a crucial role in shaping team morale, job satisfaction, and performance. You are the leader of your business. You're responsible for your culture. Today, I gave you 4 ways to create and instill an amazing culture. Number 1, create core values. Number 2, train, teach, and give feedback on those core values. Number 3, recruit and hire based on those core values. And number 4, you must be congruent. The topic of culture sounds simple, but it's not easy. Most companies fall short at implementation. If you want to beat the odds, I encourage you to get some help. It's not a sign of weakness, but a commitment to amazing results. Direct message me now and we will connect. Thanks for joining me today. It's time to get to work. Thank you for listening to the Why Coaching Works podcast. I hope this episode has helped you see the individual, business, and executive impact, growth, and development that coaching provides. Please take a second to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Each review helps me impact more people just like you and make a difference in this world. See you on the next episode of Why Coaching Works.